Hi students. Today we're going to review for tomorrow's checkpoint. We'll start with number 1. Mr. Hill made a chart showing the way his second graders get home from school. 6 students drive a car, or 6 students go home in a car, 17 students go home on the bus, and 7 students walk home. How many more students ride the bus than walk home from school? So when we see the words how many more, we know we're going to compare two numbers. So we're going to compare riding the bus than walking home from school. So what we need to do is we're going to look at how many kids ride the bus. That would be 17. How many kids walk home? That would be 7 kids. So we're going to compare the two. We're going to do 17 minus 7. And just like you do on your fluency practice, you know that 17 minus 7 equals 10. So 10 students go home on the bus more than the students that walk home. There are 10 more students that go home on the bus than walk home. Let's go to number 2. Miss Clay draws a star on students' folders. At the end of the day, when they show proud pirate behavior, she graphed the number of stars she drew on the folders for a week. So, for example, for day 1, 2 students got a proud pirate behavior sticker. On day 2, 4 students. On day 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 students. On day 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 students got a pirate sticker. And on day 5, 0 students. We'll put that right there, okay? If the pattern continues, predict how many students will earn stars on day 5. So instead of putting 0 on day 5, if the pattern continues, you can tell that it is increasing each day. So if the pattern continues, it's increasing by 2, so more than likely 10 students will earn a sticker on day 5. Okay? So we'll go ahead and put 10. So we want the number to increase. So that's why we picked 10. Sarah has these coins. She's got 2 quarters. Each coin has a value of 25 cents. So when you have 2 quarters, you know that the value of these 2 quarters is 50 cents. Okay? Which set of coins shows the same amount? So what I want you to do is I want you to label the value of the coins. For example, this is a nickel. This is also a nickel. A nickel is worth 5 cents. This is a nickel. These are worth 1 cent. They're pennies. And the last 2 are worth 10 cents each. So when we look at our coins, we start with the greatest value. So we can start with 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So this amount of coins has a value of 45 cents. Let's go to B. We have a quarter, and we have 2 nickels, a dime, and a penny. So when we add, we're going to start with the 25. 25, 35, 40, 45, 46. So there is a value of 46 cents with these coins. Let's look at letter C. Here we've got 25 cents, 5 cents, 5 cents, 5 cents, 5 cents. The last ones are pennies. Okay, so let's start with the 25. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So the value of these coins are 50 cents. So what matches the value of the coins shown? Letter C. Karen buys a book for $12 and a fruit smoothie for $4. Karen gives the cashier the $20 bill. How much change will she receive? On paper, explain your thinking using pictures, numbers, and words. Then select 2 answer choices that represent the change Karen will get back. Well, she gives the cashier a $20 bill. So that's what we're going to start with, $20. She buys a book for $12 and she buys a smoothie for $4. So we need to have 3 sections because we need a section for the book, we need a section for the smoothie, and then we need a what is the amount left over after she buys both items. Okay, so the book costs $12 and the smoothie costs $4. And the way we've been learning in class is to find the amount left over. Is the first step we're going to do is combine the book and the smoothie. And by the way we combine, we add, we plus, okay? 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 1 is 16. So she spent $16 on the book and the smoothie, and she gave the cashier $20. So now we've got to subtract 20 minus 16. We cannot take 6 from 0, so this becomes a 10, and then the 2 becomes a 1. 10 minus 6 is 4. 1 minus 1 is 0. You do not have to put anything there. So we know that the change that she gets back is $4. We can write this 2 different ways. We can write it like this, $4, or we can write it like this and use the words dollars, okay? So which 2 match that? Well, the first one looks good, so we're going to check the first one because it matches. $4 are left. Remember, these are dollars. Okay, the book cost $12. The smoothie cost $4. She gave the cashier $20. So we're not talking about cents, so that's not possible. The third choice is a good option because that represents $4. The fourth choice is not a good option because this represents cents. And this is not a good option because this would be $4.40. So your 2 answers are the first one and the third one. Let's look at number 5. Karen has one $20 bill, 2 $10 bills, a $5 bill, 4 $5 bills, and 8 $1 bills. How much money does Karen have? On paper, explain your thinking using pictures, numbers, and words. Select 2 answer choices that represent the amount of money Karen has. Well, we're going to draw what's given. So we know that Karen has one $20 bill. So we're going to draw a $20 bill. Then she has 2 $10 bills. So we can draw 2 $10 bills. Okay. Then she has 4 $5 bills. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are $5 bills. So we're going to label them with 5s. And 8 $1 bills. So we're going to have to draw 8 $1 bills. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And each one represents $1. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to combine all of these to see how much Karen has. Okay? So let's put 20 together in our number sentence. And then let's add these two tens. When you add these two tens, you also get 20. Let's add the fives together. 5, 10, 15, 20. That's another $20. Okay, now let's add all the ones together. And we know there are 8 ones, so let's add the 8. Okay, so what we can do is we can add the 20s. So this is 20 plus 20 is 40, plus 20 is 60, plus 8 is 68. Okay, so let's do this again. 20 plus 20 is 40. Then 40 plus 20 is 60. And then 60 plus 8 equals $68. Okay, so let's write the way this should look. So we can do it in dollar amount. So we could do I'm so sorry. We could do $68. Sorry, this should be a 6. $68 with a decimal 00, or we can write $68 just like that. Okay, they're both the same, they're both equal, they're both the correct answer. Okay, so let's go to our answer choices. $68, that looks good. $78, no. $88, no. $6.80, that's incorrect. How about this one? $68, yes, this one is correct. So your two answer choices are the first one and the last one.